crying little.
Hey beautiful people, a very beautiful morning, beautiful afternoon, and beautiful evening to every one of you. How are we all doing? Guys, I know we're doing amazing, all right. So today, I'm going to be talking about how to calculate irregular menstrual cycle, how to know your safe days if you have an irregular menstrual cycle, how to know your fertile days. All right, just because I did a video 6 months ago, and when I did that video I said how to calculate your menstrual cycle, your safe days, your fertile days, and to know your ovulation, and a lot of people commented. If you can read the screen, Kenzie Brenda said, why my cycle is 24 days, how can I count my day of ovulation? And another person said, please, if the number of days in your cycle is 21, 28, 35, should you subtract from it? And another person said there are women with 20 and 24 day cycle as well. Can you also check on that? Another person said, I have a 23 day cycle, please do a video on it. And another person said, my cycle is sometimes 26 days or 25 days. How do I calculate my ovulation? So in today's video, I will be teaching you how to calculate your ovulation in an irregular menstrual cycle, meaning that those who have irregular menstrual cycle, e.g., today they have 23-day cycle, tomorrow they have 27-day cycle, next tomorrow they have 28-day cycle. I will teach you how to know your ovulation, how to know your fertile days, how to know your safe days. Now, I'm also going to be telling and teaching those who do not have a 28-day cycle how they can also know their safe days and their fertile days. And I will also be teaching every one of us how to calculate the length of our menstrual cycle. I know you don't want to miss any of these, so please watch this video to the end. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to like, and please don't forget to share. So if you're meeting me for the very first time, my name is Violet Okolocha. I'm a registered nurse. I live and I practice here in the United Kingdom. And on this channel, I talk about stuff like this. So please like this video, please share, and please don't forget to subscribe. So without wasting further ado, let us dive into the video. All right guys, so welcome back to my channel. And so guys, let's continue on how to calculate your irregular menstrual cycle. So firstly, I want you to know what is the length of my menstrual cycle. A lot of people think that the length of their menstrual cycle is how many days they menstruate. No, that is not the length of your menstrual cycle. So the length of your menstrual cycle is the first day you menstruate. And so, if for instance, day one, the first day you menstruate is day one, which is 1st of September, and then you menstruate for 3 days. For 3 days, maybe you start menstruating on the 1st of September and you menstruate for like 3 days or 5 days or 6 days. Now, after menstruating, then the next time you are starting your menses again, you are resuming your menses, now happens to be 30th of September. So meaning that the length of your menstrual cycle is the beginning of one cycle, or the first day of one cycle, to the beginning of another menstrual cycle. And like I said, if for instance, I am starting my menses today, being day 1, 1st of September, and now menstruate for around 3 to 5 days, and my menses finished, then the next time I am seeing my menses again is 30th of September. So now, from day 1st, which is the first day I started my menses, I finished my menses, and I'm seeing my menses again on the 30th of September. That is the beginning of another menstrual cycle. So now, I saw my first menses on 1st of September, and I finished for 3 or 5 days. After that, I see another menses for 30th of September. So now, the length of my menstrual cycle will now be 29 days. I hope we get it. The length of my menstrual cycle will now be 29 days. Somebody is saying, can you say that again? Don't worry, I'll say it again. Now, I am starting my menstruation today. Today, day 1, being 1st of September. And I menstruate 1st of September, 2nd of September, 3rd of September, 4th of September, 5th of September, and my mens is now finished. and I'm resuming another menses again, another different menses again on the 30th of September. So meaning that another menses resumed on the 30th of September. So meaning that the length of my menstrual cycle will now be 29 days, because I saw my first menses on the 1st of September and I'm seeing another one on the 30th of September. So my length of menstrual cycle is now what? 29 cycle. That means I operate on a 29 days cycle. So the length of a menstrual cycle is the beginning of your menses down to another beginning of another menses in a layman's term. So this person now has a 29 day cycle. Now somebody will say, what if my cycle is irregular? Meaning today I have 29 day cycle, tomorrow I have 30 day cycle, next tomorrow I have 24 day cycle, another day I have 21st day cycle. You don't have a problem as far as me I'm concerned. All you need to do for me is calculate the length of your menstrual cycle for complete 6 months. How do you do that? Now, e.g., get a diary, a portable diary for me. And when you get that portable diary, if in January, the length of your measure, you saw your cycle in January, and you saw it again, you saw it in January 1st, and the next time you are seeing it again is in January 30, it means you have a 29 day cycle. So record for me January 29 day cycle. Now, if in February, you see your period and you calculate the length is 28 day cycle, record for me in February 28 day cycle. If in March you see your period and the length of your menstrual cycle in March is 26 day cycle, record for me 26 day cycle. Now if in April you see your menstrual cycle and the length of your menstrual cycle in April is 29 day cycle, record for me 29 day cycle. If in May you see your menses and the length of your menses when you calculate it is 29 day cycle, again record for me 29 day cycle. And if in June you see your menses and the length of your menstrual cycle is 21 days, record for me 21 days. So now if you have irregular menstrual cycle, you calculate it for complete 6 months. Now we are going to use the shortest length to calculate your fertile days, to calculate your safe days, and to calculate your ovulation. Now, what is the shortest menstrual cycle here? First one 27, second one 28, third one 26, fourth one 29, fifth one 29, and sixth one 21. So you use the shortest menstrual cycle to calculate. So now we are going to calculate 21 day cycle, because of these 6 months we did our diary. The shortest length of our menstrual cycle is 21 days cycle. So we are going to calculate for 21 days cycle. All right, so remember, if you have an irregular menstrual cycle, we have said you calculate it for 6 months and you use the shortest length. And from what I showed you, our shortest length after calculating it for 6 months is 21 days. So use the shortest length. So this calendar is for a 21 days cycle. This calendar is for a 21 days cycle. Now, how do you now know your safe period, your fertile period, and your ovulation period in a 21 day cycle? I will teach you now. Very simple. Now, for ovulation, you calculate the length of your menstrual cycle minus 14. That is how you know your ovulation. For me to know my ovulation in a 21 day cycle, very simple. Length of your menstrual cycle minus 14. Because we are using the shortest length, like we said, on that person that's calculated our cycle for 6 months, we are using 21 now as the length of our menstrual cycle. So 21 minus 14, 14 is constant. 21 minus 14 equals to what? Equals to 7. So day 7 is the person's ovulation. So for a person who runs or whose length of menstrual cycle is 21 day cycle, day 7 is your ovulation. How did I know that? I said your length of your menstrual cycle, which is 21 minus 14, 14 is constant, is equals to what? 7. So 7 or day 7 is your ovulation. So day 7 is your ovulation. Now, Nurse Violet, I now know my ovulation. How do I now know my fertile days? So to know your fertile days, now you have to minus 4 from your ovulation, and that is the beginning of your fertile days. Now our ovulation is what? Is 7. So for us to know the beginning of our fertile days, we have to minus what? Minus 4 from our ovulation. So our ovulation is day 7. So 7 minus 4 will give us what? Day 3. So day 3 is now the beginning of your fertile days. I hope we get it. It's so simple. You run a 21-day cycle. Minus 14 from that 21-day cycle, you get 7. That 7 is your ovulation day. That is the day you are ovulating. Now, what about my fertile days? For you to know the beginning of your fertile days, now you have to minus 7 from 4. So 7 is your ovulation. So ovulation minus 4 is the beginning of your fertile days. So 7 minus 4 give us what? 3. So day 3 is the beginning of your fertile day. So for somebody looking for a child, you're really looking for a child, from day 3 you start meeting your partner, so that you can be sure of having what? Of having a baby. Now, how do I now know the end of my fertile days? Again, to know the end of your fertile day or the last day of your fertile day, ovulation plus 5. And what is our ovulation day in a 21-day cycle? Our ovulation day in a 21-day cycle is 7. That is day 7. Now, 7 plus 5, remember 5 is constant, will give us what? 12. So day 12 is the end of your fertile day, or the last day of your fertile day. Now, come to the calendar. Let us dissect. Can you please look at the screen to make sure everything is true? Come to the calendar now and let us dissect. Now, this is a calendar for a 21 days cycle. So for this calendar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 is the person's menstrual cycle, 21-day cycle. Now, what is now the person's ovulation? We said ovulation is equals to length of menstrual cycle minus 14. 14 is constant. So 21 minus 14 equals to 7. So the 7 is the person's ovulation. What is the beginning of my fertile day? Ovulation minus 4. So 7 is the ovulation date, minus 4 equals to 3. So 3 is the beginning of your fertile day. And now, what is the last day of my fertile day? Again, ovulation plus 5. So day 7 plus day 5 equals to 12. Now, for a 21-day cycle, your safe days are day 1 and day 2. And your fertile day begins from day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. So day 7 is your ovulation. Day 8 is still your fertile day. Day 9 is still your fertile day. Day 10 is still your fertile day. Day 11 is still your fertile day. And day 12 is still your fertile day. So the last fertile day you have is day 12. So if you are looking for a baby and you run a 21-day cycle, from day 3, you start meeting with your partner up until day 12, you are definitely going to call me and say, Nurse Violet, thank you, I've gotten pregnant. But if you are not looking for a baby, avoid meeting with your partners on this fertile day. So fertile day for a 21-day cycle is day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7 is your ovulation. So if you are even looking for a boy, it is this day 7 you will meet with your partner. Day 8, day 9, day 10, day 11, day 12. Don't worry, I'll tell you how to get a male child in another video. Now, what is now your safe day again? Your safe day again is now day 13, day 14, day 15, day 16, day 17, day 18, day 19, day 20, day 21, until you resume another menstruation, or until your menses starts, you are safe. So this is a calendar for a 21 days cycle, or a length of menstruation that is 21 days. I hope we understand. I hope we understand what I've explained. All right, guys. So let us now do for a 26-day cycle. Let us now do for a 26-day cycle. Now, so let us now calculate for a 26-day cycle. Again, for a 26-day cycle, how do I know my ovulation? Now, 26-day cycle minus 14 for that 26-day cycle. So, length of menstrual cycle minus 14. So if the length of your menstrual cycle is 26, minus 14 from 26, it will give you 12. So to get your ovulation, you have to minus 14 from the length of your menstrual cycle. And because the length of your menstrual cycle is 26, minus 14 from 26, it will give you 12. So your ovulation date for a 26-day cycle is day 12. Now, Nurse Violet, I know my ovulation date now. How do I know the beginning of my fertile days? So to know the beginning of your fertile days, your ovulation day minus 4 will give you the beginning of your fertile day. So if your ovulation day is 12, we already know the ovulation date for a 26-day cycle is day 12. So 12 minus 4 is going to give you what? 8. So the 8 is the beginning of your fertile days. All right, I now know that the 8 is the beginning of my fertile day. The 12 is my ovulation day. How do I now know the end of my fertile day or the last day of my fertile day? Again, to know the end of your fertile day or the last day of your fertile day, ovulation plus 5, and our ovulation date is the 12. So 12 plus 5 will give us what? 17. 17 is now the last fertile day. Now come with me again to the calendar. Now for the calendar, now this is a 26-day cycle. Now your safe day in a 26-day cycle is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 5, day 6, day 7. You are safe. So these are your safe days for the 26 days cycle. Now your fertile day in a 26-day cycle, again, your fertile day now is day 8, day 9, day 10, day 11, day 12, which is your ovulation, day 13, day 14, day 15, day 16, and day 17. So if you want to get pregnant in a 26-day cycle, this is the period you meet your partner and you are sure you will get pregnant. Then your safe days again resumes from day 18, day 19, day 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So these are your safe days where if you meet with your partner, there will be no pregnancy. So this is all for a 26 days cycle. And finally, let us do for a 33 days cycle. Now for a 33-day cycle, again, to know your ovulation date, 33, which is the length of your menstrual cycle, minus 14. And like I said, 14 is constant. So 33 minus 14 gives us what? 19. So day 19 is your ovulation day for a 33 days cycle. Now, Nozoris, how do I now know the beginning of my menstrual cycle? So to know the beginning, how do I know the beginning of my fertile day? So to know the beginning of your fertile day is ovulation minus 4. And what is our ovulation in a 33-day cycle? It is 19. So 19 minus 4 give us what? 15. So day 15 is the beginning of your fertile day. Nurse Violet, how do I now know the last day of my fertile day? To know the last day or the end of your fertile day, again, ovulation plus 5. And our ovulation day is day 19. 19 plus 5 give us 24. So the last day of our fertile day or the end of our fertile day is day 24. Come with me to the calendar. Now your safe days in a 33-day cycle are day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10, day 11, day 12, day 13, and day 14. And it resumes again on your safe days again at day 25, day 26, day 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, until your menses resume. Now, what are your fertile days in a 33-day cycle? Fertile days, day 15, day 16, day 17, day 18, day 19, which is your ovulation day, day 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So guys, if you run a 33-day cycle, these are your fertile days where if you sleep or you meet with your partner, you are definitely getting pregnant. Or if you want or you don't want pregnancy, these are your safe days. Safe days. I hope I've been able to help you understand this. Guys, if you have any question, please pop it up. I am more than happy to help out in any capacity that I can. And please, if you've not liked this video or you have not subscribed to this channel, oh my god, what are you waiting for? Please like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in another video. Until I see you again, keep being the best. I love you all, guys, and bye for now. Remember, calculate your cycle and get back to me. I can't wait to congratulate those who are believing God for a child, because if you practice all what I have told you, you are definitely getting that child you want. And finally, for that 21-day cycle, if you run a 21-day cycle, funny enough, they are the women that will tell you that, nurse, I think I got pregnant while I was menstruating. Why? Because they have a very short cycle. So if you hear women telling you that it's as if I got pregnant while I was menstruating, don't be so surprised, because they have a very short cycle, like a 21-day cycle. So it's possible. All right, guys, thank you very much. I just have to go now. I love you all. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until I see you again, keep being the best. I love you all, and bye.